Nigerians, this is really sad. To say that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is now Nigerians' worst enemy. Is it the same person that said he is going to make Nigeria great? Is it the same person that said it is time to build Nigeria the way he built Lagos? Now this one now, can't they make people, they ask questions. Did President Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually build Nigeria? So they just use that Lagos as a propaganda just to get themselves, to office. What exactly is going on? Is he aware of the agony of Nigerians? Is he aware that Nigerians are going through a lot? Is he aware that majority of Nigerians, they buy every day because of hunger and insecurity? And this is the same person who came. He says he's going to, do wonder for Nigerians. Even to the extent, bringing down his own party led by President Muhammadu Buhari then. There was a time he was criticizing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his policies and this and that. But his government have made President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a superstar. Okay, guys, let it not be like I'm talking too much. I want to make you watch this video and see what is being said about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is really, mind-blowing.
Is so rich as honesty, and truth will always set you free, even though it will first make you miserable. Who will tell Tinubu the truth? That since last year, when the Supreme Court approved of him to stand on his mandate, prices of food, services, medicals, and various consumables have refused to stand on that same mandate with him. Inflation has gone at 50%, and exchange rate as the parallel market has gone up as more as 100%, as also our eternal debt is rising, and lending rates have gone far beyond the borrower. Prices of fuel and diesel have doubled, as electricity prices have gone far more than 500%. Tomatoes has moved from 250 naira to 2,500 naira, as garri climbed an all-time high from 800 naira to 2,000 to 2,200 naira, while frozen fish moved from 700 naira to 3,000 naira and still moving, as rice, milk, beans, sardine, and other minor foods now are strictly food for the rich. So telling Tinubu that the naira has also refused to stand with him in one place against the dollar is like shouting APC. Who will tell Tinubu that he requires much more than a milokon? It is my turn to govern a country like Nigeria. Who will also tell him that we can no longer tell if we're actually fighting corruption, or is it that corruption is fighting us and has held us hostage? How about insecurity? That's why no one they talk about it, because it has now been turned to a ping pong. As every day you hear that our gallant military men have eliminated scores of bandits and Boko Haram. Yet the very next day, even in Abuja, you hear that bandits have ransacked an entire community and kidnapped hundreds of school children or villagers. So who the heck are we really fighting? But while we salute the effort of our military men, make we also tell them, say, this is security thing, don't they look like business for our IO? How about our educational system? That one has become the butt of jokes, as parents are not only now sending their kids to America, Canada, and Europe, some are even going to fetch PhD from grammar school and non-existent universities in neighboring countries like Benin Republic. How about the priests, the bishops, pastors, whom after election ask citizens to bear with government and allow time for things to improve? We are told that they have jackpot to London for medicals, with our medical doctors and nurses already on the run too, since our health system is almost non-existent. Even as the clergies who left for America before the NSAS are now chasing their dream, they have been at the dreams, they chase them. Anyway, I don't call anybody name. Even the peace of our airlines is now being destroyed by rescheduling and cancellation of flights due to shortage of aviation fuel. As the airline that used to boom because of their timely departure is also now bringing doom to businessmen whose flights are delayed or cancelled and business opportunities missed these days, despite the fact that there are no roads to anywhere in the country. So we must tell President Tinubu that while the judiciary is complaining about remuneration and welfare, but every opportunity to appoint judges is allegedly hijacked by former and serving members, including politicians, as they populate the bench with family members. But really, I want to ask, if the judiciary is not lucrative, Why are politicians and former judges and the current one hustling to replace themselves with their children in the bench and spouses? Well, I'll leave you to answer that. Please don't forget to help me tell Tinubu, President Tinubu, that as his ministers are giving scorecard, I dare say a lot of them are missing on the radar. And they have nothing to show. He know them, I don't even want to mention name. Even as the legislatures also have nothing to show for 1 year in office, but budget padding and change of national anthem. But who will tell President Tinubu that we can change the national anthem to the old ones? If we can change the national anthem to the old ones, we can also change government official vehicles from this current one to the old 504 Pojo, or change to the old fuel price and old foodstuffs, and even change to the old exchange rate. Please also tell him that our problem is not old or new national anthem. As companies are leaving Nigerians in Nigeria in drove due to hardship and policies inconsistencies, and a lot of people are turning to beggar in their own country by the day as a result of hardship. If I mention subsidy is gone, someone will say was never sustainable. But it was sustainable to put more money in the hands of our our governors. It is also sustainable to subsidize the exorbitant lifestyle of members of National Assembly, our presidents, our gluttonic politicians, and their families and cronies. It is also sustainable to still inflate cultural prices and share palliative that never get to those that is actually meant for. I beg, you also tell me it is sustainable to tell previous government to allow the poor breed, while the same poor is being suffocated by poverty and slaughtered by insecurity under President Tinubu's government. Anyway, everything in Nigeria is sustainable, provided it is not for the benefit of the poor. So I will therefore advocate, the earlier the president handlers begin to tell him the truth, the better for him, his team, and the country. Instead of telling us that the president is putting policies in place that will guarantee ease of doing business and affordable living, while in actual sense, there's nothing on ground to point to the fact that we will soon be out of the wood or even be self-sufficient in agriculture. Since nobody is telling you, President Tinubu, I want to tell you today that the hardship is worse than you can think of or imagine. And remember, you once told us that for Nigeria to be great again, we must vote out PDP. But today, the so-called locust years of PDP is now looking like golden years to Nigerians. And some of them are even saying, bring back PDP. If something drastic is not done, a little spark in our polity, because they're already on strike again now, a little spark might just inflame the entire country worse than the EDSAS. Please cut down on the list of ministers, employ technology to protect our pipeline, change those at the helm of affairs in NNPC, cut down cost of governance, and plow the funds into critical sectors like food and infrastructure. Just do something now and fast. Otherwise, no say I don't tell you. Well, make I stop here before the situation go increase my already increased blood pressure. But feel free to share and join your voices with us on all our comment sections shown on your screen so that President Tinubu can hear the truth directly from us. And finally, Mr. President, as you celebrate 1 year in office, anyone who tells you that you are doing well or telling you, is not your friend, but...
Dear Nigerians, welcome to Operation Rescue Nigeria, an initiative born out of the urgent need to address the grave economic and social challenges facing our beloved nation. Nigeria is currently enduring one of the most severe economic crises in history. The rampant poverty and suffering experienced by the masses are direct consequences of years of bad governance and misguided policies. For too long, many of us have remained passive, allowing the political affairs that significantly impact our lives to unfold without any active involvement. There's fear of repression and violence, which has deterred many from taking to the streets to demand change. However, we can no longer afford to remain silent or inactive. The time has come for us to unite and take action to rescue Nigeria from the brink of collapse. Hashtag Operation Rescue Nigeria is an online campaign aimed at awakening the political consciousness of every Nigerian. Through this platform, we will disseminate vital information and educate our fellow citizens on the importance of active participation in the political process. Our campaign will begin online, leveraging WhatsApp groups and other social media platforms to spread our message far and wide. Our aim and objectives are awareness and education, to inform and educate Nigerians about the current state of the nation, the root cause of our economic challenges, and the role of governance in shaping the future. The next is mobilization, which is to unite Nigerians from all walks of life, encouraging active participation in the political process and fostering a sense of solidarity and collective responsibility. Next is advocacy for change. The advocate for good governance, transparency, accountability, and policies that prioritizes the welfare of the Nigerian people. Next is peaceful protest. To organize peaceful online and offline protests, amplifying our collective voice and demanding meaningful change from our leaders. The next is empowerment. To empower citizens with the knowledge and tools necessary to hold their leaders accountable and to actively contribute to the nation building process. Therefore, we invite you to join us in this crucial movement so that together we can build a nation you'll be proud of for ourselves and future generations. Let us raise our voices, demand change, and work towards a brighter future for our country. Thank you for your commitment to this cause. Together, we will succeed in rescuing Nigeria.